It's with great sadness that we report that Network for Animals and Animal Survival International founder Brian Davies has died at the age of 87. He was a pioneering animal welfare activist who dedicated his entire life to helping animals in need. Davies, who is survived by his wife Gloria and 2 children, founded 3 major animal welfare organizations. Network for Animals, which focuses on direct action on the ground for domestic animals, and Animal Survival International, which fights to protect endangered wildlife in the age of climate change. Brian also founded the International Fund for Animal Welfare, or IFAW, in 1969.
He was a pivotal figure for animal welfare in the world. His contribution cannot be overstated.
Shame on you, Tom.
He put animal welfare on the world's agenda. Before Brian, it wasn't a big concern for the world in general. He changed all that.
Brian cared deeply about animals. He was one of, if not the kindest, most compassionate man I have ever met. I learned so much from him. The animals have so much to be thankful for because of him.
I don't think anybody has come out of Wales in the animal welfare field in particular with such vigour and success as Brian Davies did.
Davies was born into poverty and grew up poor and sickly. He quit school at 14 to work various manual labour jobs until he got married at the age of 20. That same year, he moved to Canada and settled in New Brunswick, where he joined the military. There he became the secretary of the New Brunswick SPCA and was asked to be an observer at the annual seal hunt off the ice floes off Canada's eastern Gulf, in which some 30,000 baby white-coat seals were clubbed to death. Alone among observers, Davies spoke out against the cruelty involved and vowed to fight it. He faced death threats from seal hunters and even survived an assassination attempt. Yet for the animals, he persevered. Brian let nothing stand in his way. The Canadian government forbade charter flights and helicopters to the ice, so he bought a helicopter. He learned to fly it and flew into the ice floes to witness the seal culling. The Canadians put him in jail, but nothing stopped him. He just kept going. Brian was among the first in animal welfare to realize the power of the media. He engaged with journalists and took celebrities to witness the seal culling.
At the end of the day, Brian realized that fundamental to saving animals was raising the money you need to save them.
Brian traveled to the ice with French actress Brigitte Bardot, knowing her presence there would create worldwide publicity for their efforts.
So he was brilliant at using public opinion to get the political objective he was seeking.
Davies pushed boundaries in a way that was threatening to governments and industries. Championing the end to the white-coat seal hunt involved decades of international lobbying. It resulted in the European Union's ban on the import of baby white-coat seal pelts in 1987.
Brian's legacy is absolutely the achievements of the seal ban. It was a historic victory which is still in force today.
When I came here first so many years ago, it was a scene of carnage. Now it's peace on ice.
Davies became one of the most successful animal activists of all time, allowing him to create IFAW, which grew to become the largest international animal welfare organization in the world. He knew how to inspire maximum outrage and pathos.
This is a non-partisan political message, and I'm Brian Davies.
In 1997, he donated £1 million to Tony Blair and the Labour Party ahead of national elections. When Labour came into power, they did so with a manifesto that promised a parliamentary vote on hunting. And in 2004, the Hunting Act was passed, banning the use of dogs in wild animal hunting.
He recognised that in anything there was a political aspect.
The House of Commons must reflect this nation's values, not selfish party ambition.
Davies has been depicted as both a hero and an astute influencer of public opinion.
That was very clear from Brian, that you don't get anything done on your own. You need to be politically active and involved as well in lobbying.
He never turned his back on an animal, never, not once in the entire time I knew him. What mattered to Brian Davies was helping animals, saving lives. That was it.
In 2003, Davies retired from I4 to concentrate on Network for Animals, which aims to work closely with animal lovers on the ground and provides direct help to animal shelters and like-minded organizations.
That's one dog that's going to survive this winter thanks to the support of Network for Animals.
Through Network for Animals, Brian has successfully campaigned to end the culling of elephants in South Africa. He also helped to put an end to the decades-long dog meat trade in the Philippines.
He created Network for Animals, which is a new chapter for animal welfare. It's as courageous as he always was, working in difficult and dangerous places, and it will continue because he wanted it to.
Due to Brian's persistence, by the time of his death, Network for Animals is operating in 26 countries.
His dream would be for there to be no need for Network for Animals. He would want to see a world where animals could live in nature the way nature intended.
His legacy is that there are countless, hundreds of thousands of animals who live better lives because of what Brian Davies pioneered.
So please, join us in remembering Brian Davies and saluting his life's work and all the sacrifices he had to endure to make this world a better one for animals.
If I had it to do again, would I do it again? In a heartbeat.